Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to THFE Productions. We're covering Rome 2 once again, and this is going to be a panorama that was just released. This is the Battle of the Nile. Huge image that you can go in and zoom in high quality detail. You can see me here just panning across, and it's the Egyptian forces facing off against the Roman forces, and you get to see the battles. Everything just in great detail. Everything is just like amazingly just rendered and all that. It's just great to see it. So what I'm going to do in this video is go ahead and break it down. We're going to look at the various scenes from the naval combat onto the more personal land combat. But anyways, check the description below for the link for where you can find this by yourself and take a look at your leisure. Anyways, as we look out at sea, you can see the scale of these various ships, the amount of damage they'll do to themselves and each other. So for example, the ramming right there with the big Egyptian ship, you can cleave other vessels in half. You know, the destruction of ships is something we've seen before, but now it just looks so much cooler, so much more visceral when a ship literally cuts it in half. Also here you can see ships being attacked by catapults, and the Roman soldiers are reacting appropriately due to incoming missiles. Players will lift up their shields, and look at this one. The detail of this landing craft is incredible. Look at the inside of the ship, the daggers on the side, the shields embedded on the side of the ship, the barrels, all sorts of that, the planks. Oh my god guys, it's incredible. And then look at it, the Roman soldiers jumping on the sides. Here on the other beach it's also occurring, so what you can do is you can actually land your ships on the side. Presumably, I think these are transport ships, and unload marines, but I think you can drop off any type of units in your ships, have them disembark and engage in combat on foot. Here they're armed with spears, whereas on the other coast we saw them with swords. Also something to note is right on the side here you'll notice some hiding infantry, so that just goes to show that you can hide infantry in the low brush. So that'll be cool, you know, more ambush tactics, which is something that I really like. And some more fences integrated into the battlefield just to show that there will be, you know, small obstacles. And here you can see the forces arrayed, all sorts of stuff going down. Let's go ahead and take a look closer at the Roman legions and the distinguishing features of them. So this is going to be, of course, Caesar's forces, and they're going to have various ranks. The ones behind them have the nice sort of feathered helmets, and the ones in the front seem to be less veteran, but individually you can see units, the soldiers cheering, waving. In other places you can see banners being thrust in the air, shoved forward, so there's a lot of individuality. Also in the back you can see the supporting scorpions or ballistas here, and these are different than the massive ones we saw before. These have wheels on them and can be moved. I think the other ones were deployables. Anyways, you can even see the guys in the back cheering as they score a hit. So CA has done a great job of basically pointing out all these small human factors of the war, and in the very back you can see some Egyptians pushing their units forward. You can see the Roman cavalry, and just as I mentioned with the individuality, one of the guys who said he played the demo said that he swears to God he heard people saying on the ships when they were being attacked by a larger ship saying, "We're gonna need a bigger boat." So there's some humor to it. And also right here, what I wanted to point out is these camels are in hiding. Look on the very left, it looks like they're sitting down or something like that, so maybe you're going to be able to dismount your camel troops. Also look at them, some of the camels are grazing, some of them are looking behind them. There's just a huge sense of variety. And this is going to come into play mostly in the battles. Right here you can see the different death animations, the different combat animations, the different troop movements. It really makes for a very visceral and awesome to look at and engage battlefield. So let's look at this. For example, the elephant, you know, swaying, moving around, Roman troops being flung around, and it looks like that elephant actually has spears embedded in his lower calf. Here another death animation from the elephant rolling over, toppling onto the forces on the side. So these are going to be lumbering troops that can take out your enemies, but also your allies if they die and fall on your own troops and run amok. So they're going to be good for knocking down heavy infantry. Anyways, you can see in the very back hidden here a different type of elephant. These actually have the towers on top, so this just goes to show that you'll have different types of elephants. And what I'm also thinking we're going to see are armored elephants, something we didn't see right here, but that was in Rome 1. Anyways, here you see some of the cooler combat animations. You know, this is all motion captured. There you see one of the Roman soldiers coming in, engaging in the, you know, one-on-one combat with that troop in front of him, and I believe they motion capped one-on-one battles and 2-on-1 battles, although I'm not sure about that. Anyway, look at this sick block from the Roman soldier on the right, and then on the left, that Roman soldier, the uppercut with the gladius right into the Egyptian guy's chin. So there's some really sick animations, and from what we've seen in Shogun, these are all things that when you zoom in will be happening at all points in the battle. They're varied, they're awesome, they look great, and just the amount of detail, my god, it's so great. You can see right here, for example, another cool death animation, the Roman soldier just piercing through his throat. So this is visceral combat. And here in the middle of the battlefield, you can see all sorts of soldiers, blocking, parrying, engaging in these motion captured battles. And they're really cool to watch. You never know what's going to happen. And it's just like watching a movie, but you get to control what happens. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to check out Teutoburg Forest and the Siege of Carthage one more time if you missed those. Those are great. And it's, those were pre-alpha footage. And now what we're seeing, just a couple months from launch is the more updated version. So go ahead and look at the alpha version. That itself is really cool to see. So I'm just happy, to see what we're going to get out of this game. It looks awesome. See you guys next time. Peace out.